Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Thursday. What's wrong with you, yo?
Oh Lord, have mercy.
What is wrong with you?
I was like, wow.
Well,
What is wrong with you?
I'm glad you said Thursday with that kind of enthusiasm. I wonder if I confused anybody just now. What if they was like, wait a minute now? What if they driving like, is it Wednesday?
You confused me. I looked at our producer, Eddie, and he's shaking like, what the hell is Charlamagne talking about?
Well, Charlamagne is tired.
Goodness gracious. Yes, today is Thursday, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me do it over.
All right, here we go.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
There you go. Yes, it's Thursday. Good morning.
Yes, indeed. What's happening?
How are you feeling?
Tired.
I can tell. I can absolutely positively
Less black
tell.
and highly favored, but tired. I'm alive. That's the beauty of it all.
There you go. Well, yesterday
Could have woke up dead.
Yesterday, I call it daddy daycare, but I had my 11-month-old, and she was with me for the whole day, and I had
You gotta
so
stop
much.
saying that, bro. That's your child.
It's my child, but it's still daddy daycare. I love it, man.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's
yes,
your
it
child.
is. And
You're being a dad.
Yeah, I was being a dad, but my wife said go do some fun things, so I went to a couple car dealerships. I went to my grandma's house. I went out to I went all over the place with the baby, and the baby had such a great time. I mean,
Did they tell you that it had a good time?
no, but when we both got back home, we both passed out. Like she passed out on my chest, and when I woke up this morning, she was still laying on my chest. So that tells me she had a good time. She was tired, but I had a great time yesterday. We went to grandma's house. Grandma cooked, made some hot cook meals that only grandma makes. I had a great time yesterday. I chilled with my pops. We watched the Yankees game. I had a great time yesterday, man. It was daddy daycare, and it was lovely, man. It lovely. It makes me really, and I know Charlamagne understand this. I love morning radio, but the one thing about morning radio that I don't love is I don't get to take the kids to school. That's the only thing. That's it.
That's absolutely positively it.
Yeah.
Nah, being a dad is great. I'm not about to give you props for what you're supposed to do.
I don't want no props. I'm just telling you
Guess what I
did.
did? I hung out with my kid all day yesterday.
No.
You better.
Nah, but I really enjoy myself with no mommy, nobody.
Where the other 12 was at?
They had activities, so Gia took them to activities, and I had the baby,
okay.
and you know sometimes you gotta split up to make things work. So
that's not
So
really.
she was
a split.
doing mommy daycare.
She was doing mommy daycare. Yeah, the kids had activities and all that other stuff, and I had
Hey,
a baby on
that's
the
not really a split though. You had one and she had 9. That ain't a fair. That ain't a fair split, bro. Okay.
I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying I did it.
I did it.
I
did it. All right. Well, Miss Pat will be joining us this morning.
I love Miss Pat,
I
man.
do
You know
too.
she's in the second season of her BET show, or her show on BET Plus, the Miss Pat Show. She just got renewed for a third season,
I love
and
Miss Pat.
she's back on tour too. She's in the comedy clubs again, so she'll talk about that this morning with us.
All right.
The Emmy-nominated Miss Pat.
That's right.
Yeah, she got Emmy nominated, and she's gonna be on my late night show tonight, Hell of a Week at 11:30 on Comedy Central, right after the Daily Show. So yes, a lot of Miss Pat today.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news. What we talking about?
All right, well, let's talk about Floyd Mayweather. He's back in the ring.
Okay, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, tonight at Thursday Night Football, the Cleveland Browns take on the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight at 8:15 p.m. And baseball is really interesting right now. I mean, everybody's watching Judge trying to see if he can get that 61 home run. And the Yankees are busting ass. So baseball is very exciting in the last couple of days, last couple of games. I will say
I've been seeing that on the news.
Nah, the fact that, you know, the race to get over 61 home runs, everybody's watching, everybody's exciting. He's hitting a long ball pause, so it's very exciting.
Yeah, it's crazy too because you know he's at 60 home runs, and
60.
people will say people will be like, "Hey man, you think he's on performance enhancing drugs?" Because the last time we've seen somebody doing this, they were on performance enhancing drugs, and I'm like, I doubt it.
Yeah, they have an asterisk next to his name, but nah, with Judge, he would be a fool too, and I think they check more often because of that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
I don't think he could. I don't think he could be on him if he wanted to be.
Nah, I think they check too much. All right, but what we starting, Yee?
Well, let's start with Floyd Mayweather. He has confirmed that he is going to be fighting again. He'll be in the Middle East, and that is set for November 13th. Here's what he had to say.
Well, this Saturday, which in Japan, it will be Sunday, I have an exhibition with a hell of a fighter from Japan.
Yeah.
I think he's big in UFC, and he's also big on YouTube. And then I got one with the guy, Deji. We will be doing an exhibition in Dubai at the Coca-Cola Arena. And that is in November.
Wow. This is something you want to keep doing, Floyd, right? We're just not going to, it's not two more exhibition fights, and then we're done.
I'm not going to really get in the ring anymore. I had a great career, over 20-something years in the ring fighting the best fighters that I could possibly fight. But now I'm just out here doing small exhibitions, but they're still very, very lucrative, but I'm enjoying myself.
Man, Floyd be over there whipping in people's asses, man.
Yeah, he does, making a ton of money doing it.
Yeah, I don't see the problem.
It's going to be his fourth exhibition this weekend since retiring professionally in 2017. He'll be fighting MMA star Maikuro Asakura. And he also did say he wants to fight Conor McGregor in a real fight in 2023.
Fans were excited about the possibility of a Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor rematch. Conor hasn't fought since breaking his leg. Is that something that you would still like to get done?
Well, we talked. Yes, it came to my attention. They talked about it being in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, but
the new Raiders Stadium. Yeah.
Yes, but if I'm not mistaken, Conor still has a few problems with his leg. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in 2023 in a real fight, actually.
Oh, it would be a professional bout, not an exhibition.
I don't really know, but if the price is right, and of course, they already talked to me about my number, but we got to start at least $100 million for Floyd Mayweather.
Wow. You're gonna whip Conor McGregor's ass again too, and I know Floyd is older, but even at his age, when it comes to boxing, he's still light years ahead of those guys that he's getting in the ring with, and Floyd's still in shape. These exhibition matches keep him in shape. If you can go pick up tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to basically spar, why not?
Yeah.
Now, Conor McGregor posted #NotInterested and a picture of himself punching Floyd Mayweather from when they were in the ring before. And lastly, for people who think that Floyd is broke, because people will say, oh, he must be broke, he's going to fight. Here's what he had to say to them.
My philosophy is never stop getting it. A lot of times you hear, oh, Floyd needs the money. Yeah. But if I'm not really if it's not really doing any bodily harm, or I'm not really taking no abuse, then I can go out there, have fun, and entertain the people. I think the last one that I did in Abu Dhabi, I think it was great, very, very entertaining. But the one with me and Logan Paul, it wasn't that great because I came to fight and he came to slow dance, so it really wasn't, a great exhibition. So I wanna apologize to everyone and tell them I apologize for what happened in Miami. So I don't know how it's gonna play out this Saturday, but if he come to fight, then you're gonna get a great entertaining show.
I wonder why people say he broke. Like, he loves the sport, he loves making the money. Like, nobody says Tom Brady is broke because he won't retire.
That is
and Floyd
true.
is actually retired. He's just doing exhibition matches. Tom is actually out there every week,
still getting
going
popped
hard.
and all that. Yeah, this is exhibition, and no disrespect, but Floyd is fighting boxers that are nowhere near on his level. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna say bums. They're just bums in the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Well, they're bums in the sport of boxing because they're not
on this level
boxers.
of boxing, right?
Yeah, not even close. I do wonder if Floyd ever paid Logan Paul, though. Logan said Floyd never paid him.
I don't know.
If he didn't pay him, I'm sure he could sue him too. If in the contract,
Yeah.
he still so.
And Conor McGregor's
all right,
bugging.
well,
Conor McGregor's bugging. I'm not gonna fight Floyd. Yeah, all right. Better go make that 60, 70 million, whatever it is.
Yeah, he might not want to
that
make
is your
it to
front
lose,
page
though.
news.
You say he might not want to lose.
Yeah, he might not want to make it to lose. It's not like Conor doing bad in life. Conor got his whiskey and everything else. He's doing all right.
All right, well, if Conor McGregor doesn't want to fight Floyd, I'm available that date, whatever that date is. Even if the date's not announced yet, I'm available.
They should be like, it's got to last at least 3 rounds.
Jesus, I'll slow dance him for 3 rounds. I'll run around that ring for 3 rounds.
I don't think you could.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051 is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
My name is Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, good morning.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne, and Angela.
Peace, Queen. How are you?
Good morning, Courtney.
I am good. Black, blessed, and highly favored. As
there you go.
But no, I'm calling this morning. I've been trying to get through to you guys for like every morning on my way to work. But I finally got through today, so that's a good thing. But no, so I'm calling. Basically, I'm happy, blessed to be sober. 2 years of my sobriety journey.
Yes. Congrats.
Yeah, I'm 33. I get married in April to the love of my life, my 14-year-old father. He never gave up for me, even though I was a little crazy and, with my drinking and stuff. But with therapy, I got through it. And I don't understand how so many people can live and function without therapy. Like, therapy is everything to me right now.
You don't got to tell me. I go every week.
Look, I was going to say, Charlamagne always saying stuff about therapy, but yes, it's so important. And, like, recently, my 8-year-old, like, I noticed, like, when he's angry, he has little tantrums, and it's really not normal. So, what I did? I started him up for therapy so fast because I don't want him to grow up to be, having anger issues and not being able to control it. Like, so I want to get control of it now. And yeah, so I'm blessed, and I look at life so different now. Like, and it's like now, like nothing makes sense to me, like in the world at all.
What kind of therapy is your son in? Is he in like CBT? CBT, I think would be good for him.
Well, yeah, it's all rounded. Because at first I was like, I need something like for anxiety. I need something for depression. Like, I want all of it. She was like, oh yeah, anger management, all of that's included. I'm like, okay, great. When do we get started? And she was like, well, someone will give you a call back by Friday. I'm like, okay. I called yesterday. I'm like, I'm just checking the status. She's like, yep, nope, we got you down. I'm like, okay.
Dope. It's never too early. Like you said, man. I always wonder, like, damn, what if I would have gotten therapy when I was like a teenager, like when I was 20 something? I would only be unpacking like 10 years of trauma as opposed to 30.
Right, and it all stemmed from I had an incident, recently that, was really not healthy, with my son's father. He kind of blew up on me at school in front of the kids and everything. My son went into school, like, crying on the first day of school, like, and I told him, like, yo, I don't have to deal with that. I'm not going to. And that's why I think that kind of stems from, like, his anger issues, my son's anger issues, because he sees it so much when he's, and I'm just trying to put a control on it. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be the black angry baby mother, but like that's not healthy. I'm in therapy. My daughter's in therapy. My fiance's in therapy. Only one that wasn't in therapy was my son. And that was because we were co-parenting. But now I feel like I need to.
That's beautiful. Keep doing the work, Queen.
Absolutely.
You doing the work. And I want to tell everybody too, man. Shameless plug. Anybody out there seeking, a start on their mental health journey. I'm having my second annual Mental Wealth Expo on October 8th. It's a day of mental health and healing education. It's a free event. All you got to do is go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register to be there. We got some of the best mental health professionals in the country. Dr. Alfie Breland Noble, Dr. Spirit, Dr. Rita Walker, Nadra Tawab Glover, Debbie Brown, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and Torrey Roberts are going to be there. So October 8th, it's a free event from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in New York at the Marriott Marquis, Times Square. Just go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register to be there.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051 is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's going on, DJ Envy?
What's up, brother? What's your name?
My name's Jay. How you doing?
Jay, what up? Get it off your chest.
Good morning, Angela.
Peace, King. Peace.
Good morning.
Hey, Envy, your car show is actually going to be close enough for me to drive to. I was going to see if you can help me out with some tickets. I take my family down there.
Where you by, Alabama?
Yeah, I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee.
How far is that?
Like 3 hours.
Okay, yeah, come on down. I'll take your name down. It's November 27th at the Von Braun Arena in Huntsville, Alabama. So, yeah, we'll take your information. How many kids you got?
I got 2 kids, and I'm bringing with me and my wife.
Okay, what's the age of the kids?
3 and 8.
Okay, cool. So my kids will be there too. So your kids will get to hang out with my kids. They can enjoy themselves gaming or the jumpies or the rides, and you can just chill and relax and have a drink and just chill.
Most definitely. I appreciate that.
All right, hold on the line, and I got you covered. That's right. My car show is November 27th in Alabama. Of course, celebrity cars, exotic cars, old school cars, rides for kids, face painting, roller skating rink. It's so much to do. So if you haven't got your tickets, definitely get your tickets. It's November 27th in Huntsville, Alabama. Hello, who's this?
What's up, Envy?
Hey, what's up, Trav?
What's up, Yee?
Hey, Trav.
What's up, Sar?
Peace, Queen.
Stop trying to post the receipts too, Trav. I got you. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a little $20. I guess I did make that bet.
You keep posting them receipts. You keep posting them receipts because we're gonna be sharing cheeks on Monday, Trav.
No, let me tell you something, Envy, because you made me. I had to go back. It was 2019. You owe me $40.
Okay,
wow.
It's not even $20. You owe me $40. You tried to lie on the radio and say you never bet me. So I pulled the receipts and you bet me.
Okay, you're right. All right, so let me just get this clear. Monday night, Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. If the Giants win, we good. Now, if the Cowboys win, what happens?
He get them cheeks.
Cowboys win, you owe me $60 and some butt.
I'm not giving you butt.
Nah,
wow.
Bro. Lemon, pepper,
listen,
cheeks.
If you're confident in your bet, go for it.
If you're confident in your bet, you're confident in your butt.
I'm very confident in my Giants, but I ain't giving up no cheeks. All right, what about if I give you $30 and porta potty cheeks?
Nah, bro, we want hickory smoked barbecue cheeks.
No, I want.
Well, somebody's getting some cheeks. If y'all, yeah.
You already owe me $40, Envy. So another. What's 20 plus 40? That's 60.
Okay, cool. All right, enough said. Done.
Okay.
All right.
Say less. And I want to talk about something else, right? So,
Flippin' Trav.
Y'all know I'll be listening to y'all on YouTube, right? And every time I just be scrolling through the comments just while I'm listening, just reading what people be saying about y'all and stuff. They be talking about me, all these meat eaters, and be nothing but straight men, just meat eating, always be talking about me in the comments, only because I like to call in and talk to y'all. But I bet if Steph Curry or LeBron James had a show where you can call in and talk to them every single day through a certain time, all these straight men would be calling up there, meat eating like a Steph Curry or a LeBron James.
And you also being actually talented. I don't know if people realize how talented Trav actually is. I'm not talking about him calling up to the radio. Trav can actually really write music in a real way.
No, real talk. Thank you. So stop meat eating. Okay, yes, this is coming from a meat eater. Stop meat eating.
Okay, Trav. Goodness gracious.
Oh, you a munch? You a munch, Trav? You a munch? What them kids say? Them kids say, I thought you was feeling me? You thought I was feeling you? You a munch?
Whatever, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Oh, man.
A guy made a lot of people hungry this morning with all this meat eating.
A guy wouldn't be a munch, though. A guy would be a suck. Oh, what? You thought I was feeling you? You just a suck.
What is wrong with you this morning, man? You just don't turn the kinky off, man. Get it off each other.
Singing a song.
800-585-1051. Now we got rumors on the way, Yee?
Yes, and let's talk about LL Cool J getting it off his chest as far as people saying that rappers who are older are dusty and broke.
People are not saying it, but we'll talk to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
I thought you were going to say LL Cool J because LL Cool J went on Instagram Live, and you know he does not do that too often. He had some things he needed to get off his chest, and he had an issue with what somebody said. He wouldn't name the person, but we'll get to that in a second. But here's what LL had to say.
It came to my attention that a DJ, I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary, a DJ basically said that a lot of the pioneers in hip-hop are, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip-hop if they don't have a lot of money, or if they don't represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's a misinformed way of looking at the world.
It's facts.
Right.
He's
right about that for sure. It's not about how much money you have, and you could be super rich and that doesn't mean anything, and you could not have a lot of money but have contributed a lot to the culture.
And also, some of your favorite young rappers are broke right now. They just look like they're getting money.
And LL got it. Just to put that out there.
LL definitely got it.
LL got it.
A lot of these young rappers
outside of hip hop, he got it. Like LL got it.
You can get on Instagram and throw on some designer clothes and stand in front of somebody's car and hold somebody's chain and look like you getting money. But a lot of these young rappers are broke right now.
Well, this is all in response. It appears after Mr. C posted LL's comments as well as Academics' comments. This is a response, it seems like, to Academics, who was on a Twitch live stream. And here's what Academics said on that live stream.
Bro, have you seen any of these old rappers who be like, yo, they're the foundation of hip-hop, really living good? That be looking really dusty. I kid you not. And none of y'all try to comfort me because I don't y'all either. So I'm just tell y'all the truth. Y'all be looking like, every time they be like an old talking about hip-hop, you be like, yo, bro, you sure you invented this? Because everybody else living better than you.
All right. Well, Busta Rhymes wrote on Mr. C's page, God talk, thank you at LL Cool J. Royce the 5'9" also said, man, people just saying anything at this point. You're the perfect person to please perspective on this one. And LL does his whole rock the bells, celebrating hip hop and where it's come from. And so, yeah, makes sense.
I think I will say, though, at a time like this, more people will be focused, on their disdain for academics. But I think he does raise a good point. And how do we take care of these founding fathers of hip hop? These people that started this culture, I do feel like they need some type of pension. Like, they do need some type of union. Like, how do we make sure that the founding fathers are good? Like, don't focus on they're dusty and they look dusty part. Like, some of them aren't good financially. How do we make sure that they're good? Because, I hate seeing some of these brothers pass away and have to start GoFundMes and stuff like that. Yeah. So how do you take care of these founding fathers of hip hop?
Yeah, a lot of them are
right.
Are
And
not
the truth
good.
is that, and a lot of people didn't get paid. I mean, when hip hop was a lot younger, those checks weren't coming in like they're coming in now with all these different possibilities of how you can make money. So,
well, not even that. That's right.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, when hip hop was younger, even 10 years ago, are not making money. They weren't getting paid for shows or for going on Instagram or for Twitch and different things like that.
The world's changed.
Fashion Nova deals.
Yeah, the world has
like
changed, and like Charlamagne said, we need to create something for the founding fathers of the craft, because like you said, a lot of these people and a lot of these artists did it for the love. They did it because they love music. It was a way to get away. It was an escape. And yeah, a lot of people are making a lot of money now, but like you said, even 20 years ago, and that's just and that's in every field. You look at the NBA. When I know some of these players have to be looking at LeBron James and Steph Curry, like, wow, I could have never thought making $300 million over 7 years or 5 years or whatever it may be, because they made $8 million at the time, and $8 million was a lot. But now, these guys making $300 million.
You just named the top tier. What about, no disrespect, like Rudy Gobert? He makes over $200 million in a 5-year contract.
You're right.
He's good. You know what I mean? But $200 million?
You're right.
Shaq ain't never made no $200 million in the NBA.
Right.
Well, no, he did. He did. But it took a long time.
But like somebody like, I'm sure, Patrick Ewing, or somebody like
yes, there you go.
I don't know. But some of the
like Patrick Ewing,
Scottie
Hakeem
Pippen,
Olajuwon, those people.
I think
like
Scottie
that.
Pippen kicked off, but besides them, like, a lot of them didn't make the money that they were supposed to make. But things change.
Shaq made $286 million over 19 years in the NBA. Rudy Gobert is making $205 million over the next 5.
But things changed.
Things changed. That's right. It became a bigger business. But long story short, how do we take care of the founding fathers? That should be the conversation. Don't focus on academics and being mad at ACT. Listen to what he said, and how do we focus on helping the founding fathers? That's what we should be thinking about.
Yeah, and if you look at more of LL's live, he discusses that also. He talks about a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and he talks about humility and just be glad and be thankful. These pioneers helped create the culture. Let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them, and help them get to some money, even if.
That's a very good point. I'm glad he did say that about being humble, because young men, we got to be careful. Young men and women, because truth is, we all got a birthday, and you're not going to be young forever. Matter of fact, if you 30 years old now, you might be younger than a 40, 50, or 60-year-old, but you old as dirt to an 18-year-old. So when you talk like that, just make sure you put yourself in a position to never, and I mean never, be in the position of the people you was talking about, because boy, them tables can turn.
They definitely can turn, and I know we got to go, but before we do, I just want to say, So, and this is not an act, because ACT probably doesn't understand, and this is a conversation, Charlamagne, maybe you should, or even me, because I'm a DJ, should have a conversation with him, and not a negative conversation, because when we were going, about 12 years ago, when we were going at Flex, right, and I was called, and I remember I called him, you old, and I might have said you old dusty ass, I might have said that too. Kid Capri called me, And Kid Capri was like, I don't mind, y'all going back and forth, but when you talk about age, remember, we all have an expiration date. We all go older.
That's true.
And it made me think about it, and I never said that again. And it was just a simple conversation. But, I was in war at the time, and I was saying whatever I could, but, maybe it's just an easy conversation. And, you know what I mean? And, yeah, sometimes these conversations you have, and I know you're cool with Act. Me and Act don't really speak.
That's my guy.
I see him when I see him, but maybe y'all should have a conversation. Not nothing negative, to break it down so he can understand it.
Yeah, me and Act talk. I definitely relay that to him.
Because Kid did it with me.
I'm pretty sure I've already told him that.
All right.
You don't put too much stock in two things: youth and money.
There you go.
Because those things are very fleeting.
They can go.
Youth and money.
That's right.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, front page news next. What we talking about?
Well, since we were talking about the NBA, let's discuss Robert Sarver, owner of the Phoenix Suns. And he has announced that he's starting the process to sell both the Phoenix Suns and the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury franchises.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When it's time to get with someone special, the best way to do it is with Magnum large size condoms. That gold foil wrapper is a badge of honor, and it means you're protected. And you take care of things with comfort. Accept no substitutes. Bring the pleasure with the gold standard. Magnum large size condoms. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela E, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, tonight in Thursday Night Football, the Pittsburgh Steelers take on the Cleveland Browns, 8:15. All right, what else you got, Easy?
All right, well, Robert Sarver has announced that he is starting the process to sell both the NBA's Phoenix Suns and the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury franchises. He said, as a man of faith, I believe in atonement and the path to forgiveness. I expected that the commissioner's one-year suspension would provide the time for me to focus, make amends, and remove my personal controversy from the teams that I and so many fans love. But in our current unforgiving climate, it has become painfully clear that that is no longer possible, that whatever good I have done or could still do is outweighed by things I have said in the past. For those reasons, I am beginning the process of seeking buyers for the Suns and Mercury. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver said that he does fully support that decision. He said it's the right step for the organization and community. So he was suspended 1 year and fined $10 million last week. There was an NBA investigation. He said the N-word at least 5 times when recounting the statements of others, and he was also involved in instances of inequitable conduct toward female employees, including sex-related comments and inappropriate comments on employees' appearances.
Yeah, that makes sense to me because the precedent was set with Donald Sterling. So, in the NBA, Donald Sterling had to sell his team, the Clippers, when he got caught making racial statements. So it makes sense that, dude would have to sell his. The precedent has already been set. Only thing I don't like about this is when someone has to sell a team for being racist or sexist, they should have to sell the team to a black person.
I thought about that.
In this case, a woman, but I don't know who black or woman has the capital to, get that done. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. I'm sure there's, they have a lot of funds where people could put money together. But, if he's selling a team, I guess he can decide who he wants to sell a team for. But I would love to see a black person or a woman or a minority own that team.
Well, he's also not the lone owner, by the way. He's the primary owner, though. So he has the right to do that. But he bought the teams in July 2004 for about $400 million, and now he has approximately 1/3 of the stake. And Forbes estimated the value of the Suns alone at $1.8 billion.
I was watching.
Go ahead. So based on that, to me, that should also be the thing, right? Like if he has to sell the team for making racist and sexist comments, he should have to sell the team to a woman, or a black person, or a black woman. That would only make sense to me.
Yeah, and I was watching something with Kevin Hart yesterday. What is this show called? Ice Cold Balls or something like that? But the show when they
Ice Cold.
Yeah, the show he was talking
cold
about.
Balls. Cold balls.
I know something. I know something with balls in it. I just couldn't remember. Ice cold balls.
Sounds painful.
He was talking to Mark Cuban, and he was telling that he bought the Dallas Mavericks for $200 million, all from starting his business from $8,000. And I just thought that was amazing. And then the Dallas Mavericks are worth like $2 billion, and all from that business that started from $8,000. I just love that.
All right. Well, LeBron tweeted out, "I'm so proud to be a part of a league committed to progress." And the NBA Players Association President C.J. McCollum said, "We thank Mr. Sarver for making a swift decision that was in the best interest of our sports community."
And I wonder what Chris Paul had to say about this, because Chris Paul was on the Clippers too when Donald Sterling had to sell. It's like, I'm starting to think, Chris, it might be you.
No, shut up, man. Yo, man.
Chris.
I'm gonna speak to Chris later on today too. But shut up, man.
Tell Chris I said I think it might be him.
Yo, shut up, man. Oh man. All right. Well,
that is your front page news.
You an idiot, yo. I'm gonna ask him. I'm like, yo, Charlamagne wanted me to ask you this. I'm definitely gonna ask him.
Charlamagne said, man, you was on the Clippers when Donald Sterling had to sell. Now you on the Suns when this guy had to sell. He's saying it might be you.
Oh my goodness. All right. When we come back, comedian Miss Pat will be joining us. I love Miss Pat. Shout out to Mrs. Pat. Mm-hmm. She's gonna be joining us.
Miss Pat.
And Miss Pat. Yeah, I love Miss Pat. She's back on the road. She got another She got another show. She got another season.
She's on the second season of her show on BET Plus.
Yeah.
Yes, on Miss Pat's show. She just got renewed for season 3, and she's back on the road touring right now.
All right, so we're gonna get that.
And she's got her podcast, The Pat Down.
Okay, so we're gonna kick it with Miss Pat when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
He has never had a nomination for an Emmy before, so that really came out. They've never been nominated. They don't even put themselves. I don't even think they get out there like that, I guess. But it was the first one for BET.
Damn. And BET Plus, but you've got a lot of people subscribing.
Yes. BET Plus is only, 3 years old going on? And then we get them their first Emmy nomination with our first...
You say you get an
Eminem. Y'all had me sitting over there so long, dude. I done fell asleep 4 times. I'm like, you better come on here. I'm 50.
I was listening to your Pat Down podcast, and you were saying how you fall asleep when you go out all the time. And you fell asleep at whose party was it?
Norman Lear's birthday party. Mm-hmm. And he turned 100. I'm like, how the hell are you still awake? It's 9:30 here, man. Man, I was so sleepy. Jordan kept waking me up. He was like, Pat, the TV. I said, man, I don't give a damn. I'm sleeping.
Well, I love to see all the success. I heard you talking about going to Emmy parties and actually going to the Emmys and how incredible that was for you.
I was just excited. You little old girl from the west end of Atlanta, and I'm sitting here at the damn Emmy. But they was talking about me. I gotta say something about you. Some bitches talking about me. They said I look like the Game of Thrones cook in my dress.
I ain't never seen it, so I don't know what that means. That sounds funny.
Big gowns on the Game of Thrones. They like, Miss Pat, you like to cook? I said, your bald head mammy, nigga.
The Miss Pat show received 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes. Damn. People finally has a mama that's not perfect. Ain't nobody mama perfect. Your mama go home. You remember back in the day, did your mama ever tell you to unbuckle her bra?
No.
What? Your mama ain't got no like me?
No. She don't.
Well, people who mama got big old be like, boy, take my bra off. I'm hot. This been on all day at work. I've been trying to get out this 2 days. So all my kids unbutton my bra.
Okay.
I can't get in my bra by myself. I'm on 44H. Ain't no way.
But you know what about your show, though? I will say this. While it is a comedy, it is some real issues on there. And I know for you, it's semi-autobiographical. Mm-hmm. And so what are some things that you learn about yourself? Because sometimes you reflect on, things that happened when you were younger in your childhood, and you didn't realize how much of an impact it has on your life now.
That show made me do a lot of forgiving. There was a lot of stories that I that I thought I wanted to tell, that I thought I didn't have feelings behind it, like the black hair episode. I don't know if you saw that.
Don't touch my hair.
You had your natural hair on that one.
I had my natural hair out, and it took a lot, because I was like, John, what if I got them that bad hair? But that was the whole point of saying how is so much pain behind black women hair, because the first person who tell you your hair is up for a lot of us is our mama. Yeah. Shut your nappy head ass down. And it was just what was done to them. Yeah. So you get in between their leg and they pull your hair, and it's painful, and then they braid it.
And the hot comb.
The hot comb, and a lot of pain came through that black hair. So I wanted to do that, and we did it, and so many women thanked me for it.
Do you feel like you'll wear your natural hair more often now?
Hell no. I'm tender-headed. I ain't been wearing that shit, and I got comb my hair. Can you imagine me picking out an afro and I be pissing on myself? Me? I ain't doing that.
You be peeing on yourself. You're at that age. You ain't that old, Miss Pat. 50.
You mind your business. I had a lot of children. I told you every time I come here, I tell you mind your goddamn business. You don't know nothing about no video. If you do got one at home, she ain't gonna tell you the truth about it.
Now look, you could get that vaginal rejuvenation.
I don't want no rejuvenation. I've been since 6th grade. This vagina is closed. I don't need no tight vagina. That's for you, not you. That's for these hoes out here that ain't got no man. My husband take my sloppy we go to bed together.
So hold on, do you tell him that it's pee, or does he think he really getting you this excited?
The pee during the day. What the wrong with you, Charlamagne? You piss a little bit during the day when you cough and sneeze and your eyes run.
You laugh, and you laugh a lot. So I
I got on a panty liner now. You laughing at? You want to help me change it?
If you need it, I don't know.
If you need it.
I'm like a championship belt buckle.
Like the big Pastor Troy.
I refuse to get in them depends. So I'm gonna use panty liner. I don't give a I gotta keep adding to them. I saw on TikTok.
That's a good endorsement deal for you.
So what's the difference between Depends then and panty liners?
Depends is draws. They don't make them my size.
Okay.
So panty liners.
Panty liners is one size fits all?
Yeah, unless you.
But you need two.
No, they have different size
because
panty
I pee
liners.
all the way up.
Way up.
That's why you need two. You damn right. Your mama got two too. Actually, and your grandmama got 3,
Miss Pat, man.
and your wife got 1+. Don't be letting these whole lot of you. We got that third grade. No more.
And I also know you said certain episodes you would get in your car and cry because it was very emotional for you to unpack some things. What do you think was the most emotional episode for you?
So it was the black hair episode. Well, you know, the first season, the whole fight with me and Tammy at the end, that was very tough. But they have one where I did this year about my mama boyfriend molested me.
Mm-hmm.
And to say his name and to relive those moments, that was the night I rode home and I kind of felt like I won, like I did with the baby daddy episode.
Mm-hmm.
And just to let the world get to see that people really appreciate it. You know, I never seen that episode.
Wow.
But a lot of people writes me about that episode. That in the black hair episode is 2 of the most episode I get wrote about.
Not the abortion episode?
Oh, God, I forgot all about the abortion episode.
You had an abortion and they ain't tell your husband?
The abortion episode is because that was true to me, too. Not quite to me, but I've known women my age get an abortion. I've had a few abortions. And people get abortion while they're married. Whether they, because it was before the Roe versus Wade, too. To let you know, just because I say I do, don't mean you own my body. If I get pregnant and I don't want to have a baby, you should respect me. Especially at an age of 50.
Right.
You know, you older, you just can't. When I had my first child, that popped out like a canned good. I was at school the next day. I can't have no baby like that.
You can't even hold pee, you said.
Shut the
It's a big difference.
Well, you about right. So my baby walking down the street with me with an umbilical cord running like a dog.
But you're right about that.
You gotta respect the old when she says she can't be having no baby. Man. And it's all about, it's my body, it's my will, and I get to do what I want to say. Just because I said I do to you don't mean you own me.
That's right.
The former president, we had the former president of Planned Parenthood on, and she was saying there's this misconception of who's having abortions, and a lot of women who have abortions are married, they have other children, they don't want to have more, and they make a decision about their body and their family planning, and sometimes that's the decision that they make.
Yeah, and do you really want to feed another nigga?
Oh my God.
It's your choice. It's your decision. It's your choice. It's your choice.
I'm a comedian, Lord. They gonna drag. I mean, it's my. I tell people all the time on Saturday, look, this is my. If I choose to put firecrackers in it and set it off like the 4th of July, mind your. And as long as I'm not burning down your vagina, they don't ever say nothing about me and in socks. That kill baby too. How many babies you don't kill?
That's not a sperm.
I never
is not
did
a baby.
I never understood
the start
that.
of a baby. If you put that
most sperm is not going to be a baby.
But
anyway.
I'm saying, had you put it in a cup and let it do what it did, how you know it ain't no damn baby? It ain't get to grow yet.
It's batter. It's baby batter.
So you put that batter in me and we connect them eggs. Hey,
that's right.
So you shot that in the sock. It could have been something. You probably killed LeBron James. Up here shooting LeBron James in a sock.
I never understood masturbating in the sock. That makes no sense to me. Just use tissue because you throwing it away.
Well, then there you go. He done blew his baby in a
That's true.
Yeah, I feel like a sock would be kind of rough too.
I don't know, ma'am. I don't have
I know, but don't it feel like a...
What do y'all shoot off at? Tell this lady.
I just used to do it anyway. I do it on the floor and just clean it up.
On the floor?
Yeah.
So now he dropping babies on their head, and that's even more dangerous than an abortion. Y'all call in. Charlamagne is dropping babies on their heads.
All right, we got more with comedian Miss Pat when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Jay, Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Miss Pat. Charlamagne?
Do you have any thoughts on the current abortion laws in this country?
Yeah, mind your business. You know what I say. You want to tell us that we can't get an abortion, but they don't say shit about y'all when y'all go and get that vasectomy, whatever, when you cut your and they don't work no more.
I got to get one.
For what?
I got 4 daughters. My wife want me to get one.
Yeah, see? You see what I'm saying? Ain't no law against him clipping his but it's a law against me. I mean, mind your business.
I agree.
And I don't think you should worry about abortion until they do something with all the soft running around in America. Cut them bitches off and use them for magnets for the refrigerator.
They call them never hards.
Never hards. Well, let them hold up the kids' report cards. You know what I'm saying? All this soft running around. Ain't nobody doing about these soft. Ain't you?
They got Viagra.
What? Have you ever had a packet in you and you got to wait there and make sure it don't slip out?
What? What?
Well, you got to squish it in you?
I got to talk to your mama, Charlamagne. Back in the day, old bitches like me used to sell for ride boots. So...
You're not that old, Miss Pat.
I don't care.
You 50. I'm 44.
You don't know my... It's so many people out here that's riding boots babies, and they don't even know.
Riding boots babies.
You don't know riding boots. So you couldn't afford them in the hood.
Oh,
so you gonna sell the old down the street some for $149.99.
Oh my God.
Now I also saw you at Essence Festival. So did you have a good time at that?
Oh my God, I had so much fun at that. I was there with Debbie Allen.
Oh yeah,
that's
love Debbie Allen.
Oh my God, she got up there and turned that bitch out. Did you see her dance?
Yeah, I saw you, and then you was going to get Debbie Allen. You were like, I gotta go get Debbie Allen.
Yeah. She's like, I don't want to be in no VIP. I want to stay right here. I said, well, damn, Debbie, okay, then. Then she ended up on stage and she turned that mother. I said, Debbie, you 70-some years old, tooting that ass up like that. Wow. If I bent over like that, all my blood will rush to the front of my head. I get pink eye.
You pee a little bit. She directed the first episode, right?
You like me peeing on you.
Yeah, he keep talking about it.
Because that's so funny, man. Now every time I see Miss Pat, I'm like, Miss P.
What's your mama number? Call your mama after this she leak. Okay?
Does she leak?
She leak like a 64 Chevy. Don't be calling me no Miss P. Call your mama Miss P.
Who have you fanned out over meeting though?
You know what? I work for V103 on the morning show. Mm-hmm. Big Tigger had Ice Cube to call and wish me happy birthday.
Wow.
I am that's a person I want to work with. I love me some Ice Cube. He always look like he choke bitches in a nice way. I love Ice Cube.
You gotta stop.
He look like a thug, but he really ain't no thug.
I kind of see it.
Yeah, I've been loving. I've been an Ice Cube fan from day one. Especially when he was a little thicker too. So when he let him wish me a happy birthday, I peed on myself that day.
For
Since
sure.
you want to know, I love me some Ice Cube.
I feel like I saw you on your birthday this year.
Yeah, we went after went me, you, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
and
we was partying for you, and you was awake.
I was awake, yeah, but I went home and sleep.
I was like, where'd Miss Pat go? She
to bed. I went to bed.
What do you think the benefit of having a successful black show on a black network is?
Because black people want to see black.
Mm-hmm.
They get tired of seeing us put in a family that we really wouldn't be in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, goddamn well we wouldn't with them people in real life.
Word.
You know, somebody said, Miss Pat, you the first show I ever seen where a nigga went to the bathroom and actually washed his hands. When you don't wash you know white men don't wash their hands. Ring a ling that. No, nobody.
Ring ding ling that.
When they told me that, I was like, damn. But that's just natural reaction because I don't want to walk around my on my hand. No. So even though I'm acting, I pull my pants down with my girdle on. They didn't show it all. But my natural reaction is to wash my hands.
You wear a girdle?
You, Charlamagne. I ain't gonna ask you what you do to your How you gonna stick your Charlamagne? You look like the type of nigga that'll glue your to some cotton so you can have so you can have a Pop-Tart
I just use my hand, peel it off my leg.
The bat wings.
Oh yeah,
that's only if it's sweaty. I think.
Don't they look like they sweaty?
I have no idea. I don't even think about it.
Now, you know we had
cake pop. That's what I was trying to call you, cake pop.
Cake pops. Hopefully no sprinkles.
Yeah.
You know we had Kadeem Hardison and Jasmine Guy up here.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the unfair treatment they faced on A Different World, even though they were the number 2 show in the country. Like, do you see some of that same unfair treatment financially or even morally with all the success you have?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
you know, like, I think my unfairness come with sometimes when you have people, because I don't want to get fired. When people wants to give you notes about the show, like I tell you a note that they gave me when abortion episode when Terry grabbed me, and some of the notes came in. We don't want Terry to grab her, and I politely looked in the camera and said, "Let me get beat. I know how to get beat."
Damn.
So it's when me and Tammy had that big fight, you know, some of the execs wanted to tone that fight down, but that's not what we want out here. We want to make you cringe. We want you to say, that's how I would have reacted. And that's one of the biggest fights that, you know, I think sometimes the network want to get caught up in protecting Terry as a black man. I mean, ain't no body perfect out here. I mean, there been time you went off at your house and probably kicked the hole or kicked a little dog and don't say that on here because you can lose your career. But there been time you had to choke the cat out of that didn't get outside the household. You know, but they want him to be perfect. Right. And we don't want anybody to be perfect. He married to a convicted felon. I got a gay daughter. I got a son that Jackie's. I got all kind of real problems at my house.
I think they're just scared of the backlash, and I don't know why. Like, it's like, yo, let people talk. It's when they not talking, it's a problem.
Yeah, and they talk they say, oh my God, does she have to have an abortion? Yeah, I know a lot of bitches get an abortion while they pregnant. Leave me the alone if I'm giving you my life.
You said you know a lot of women that get abortions when they pregnant?
Yeah, that's when you get an abortion.
That's the only way to get one.
No, I killed a few other babies. I mean, did I say pregnant or married? I said married.
What? That's what you meant, married.
Marriage.
I was like, what? And Angela over there agreeing with you.
No, I'm saying you get pregnant when you have an abortion when you're pregnant.
Some people kill a visible baby. I ain't gonna lie, I had a girlfriend that said she was pregnant, right? And she was so happy because she was trying to get this boyfriend. You know, this man, she had this good man in her life. And her period came on. Because sometimes when you get stressed out, your period go away. Well, her period came on. And she went to the store and fell and faked a miscarriage.
Man, stop, man.
She right, people do have fake abortions.
You gotta stop.
Well, I was right along with her. I was like, oh my God, my friend lost her baby.
I definitely know someone who got a bunch of money from different people telling everybody she was pregnant. I need money for an abortion.
Out of all play, she fell like a little giant. And you know that motherfucker dangerous. You might slip on a chicken back in that motherfucker. And she said her period came on. We done went to the emergency room and everything. Got a little band on the arm and went out the back door.
You had a band in your arm.
All right, well, don't move. We got more with Miss Pat. When we come back, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Miss Pat. Charlamagne?
See, that's a whole episode. And that's funny.
Yeah.
And it's real.
Yes.
You can't run from what's funny and what's real, man.
You cannot run.
And I think it's good when people feel uncomfortable.
And we're not here to preach. You know how you get a black show and people want to show white America how is. No, we just a black family.
That's right.
Showing you what we went through, and hopefully you can relate to what we going through.
I never grew up around a perfect person in my life, and I never understood where we got to this point in society where everybody got to pretend to be perfect. That's not real.
Ain't nobody perfect. Like I tell people all the time, babies come out ugly. If it were perfect, them motherfuckers would be born beautiful.
That's right.
How many? Any of your kids was ugly? Well, don't say that because you got to go home. But, you know,
I'll say a couple came out looking like me, and I was concerned at first.
I got 2 grandkids. One of them motherfuckers ugly. He look like he smoked weed. He look like a drug dealer.
How old is he?
5. He ugly as
5 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when they was born, they was the type of that you did not hang up their baby pictures. It's still in the drawer.
Man, you gotta stop, Miss Pat.
But you, what I'm lying?
I don't know. I ain't never seen him.
Well, I'm telling you, go on my Facebook page. You like, damn, he look like he's 45.
No.
He's 5.
Who child that is?
That's my son.
Okay,
and I tell him all the time, but my son was ugly. My son was so ugly. His hairline started behind his ears. So I would just keep a little in his face. Yeah.
Ooh, don't do
that.
that.
No hair. Damn. You need that.
Don't look so disgusted and shocked, Miss Pat.
Why you letting grow back?
I'm not. I'm getting a haircut.
He needs a haircut.
You got that LeBron James going on. And you know, for you get a haircut.
During the pandemic, he was putting -7 on his head, trying to grow his hair back. Charlamagne had this whole plan.
No, I did. Tiffany Haddish had me doing the damn Monistat 7, putting
Monistat 7?
I don't know. She said if you it was Monistat and something else.
Discharge medication.
Yeah, for yeast infections. He was putting
it was Monistat and something else you would rub on your head.
Castor oil.
Especially,
did you believe that?
It was during COVID. I ain't had nothing else to do.
Did it work?
He swore it worked.
I'm surprised you didn't get an itch. Ain't Monistat 7 for your when your lips itching? You can't believe all that old That's just like ginger ale cure gonorrhea. No penicillin do.
Ginger ale ain't never cured no gonorrhea.
Well, that's what old people tell you.
Oh, okay.
Well, dip your in ginger ale.
Ginger ale's for stomach aches.
Yeah.
Ginger ale and crackers.
And that's what gonorrhea give you, stomach ache.
Yeah.
And they would tell you, go just dip your in some ginger ale.
What?
Remember taking a bath with some bleach made your vagina tight?
I never heard that.
What? You see somebody putting their in the ginger ale, they can't find a sock. That's what that is.
But you never heard of taking a bath with bleach, clean your vagina? You heard of anybody say use vinegar and it makes
vinegar?
I heard vinegar.
Vinegar.
Bleach did the same thing.
Okay. Fabuloso.
Damn.
Fabuloso.
Oh no, I'm kidding.
Oh, like Tide too.
Let's get Miss Pat out of here for she don't get a season 4. Okay.
I'm gonna get a season 4.
You damn right you are.
I gotta get a season 4. I got to do.
And you back on the road. I think I saw you gonna be at Caroline's.
I'm gonna be at Caroline's here next month. You know Jordan is going to Broadway with his play.
I saw that. Yeah.
Ain't no more. It's going to Broadway. Y'all gotta go see it. I went to go see the Michael Jackson last night. That was so goddamn good.
I saw that. That was amazing.
Man, I did not want to go. I'm a stingy bitch. I don't pay no goddamn $300 no play. I was like, wait a minute, I'm coming back with everybody tomorrow. This good.
That's why you didn't want to go because of the price?
Yeah.
Now come on.
Look, I'm a movie ticket bitch. Okay, they're Broadway for a whole type of different.
Yeah.
Versus $8 and you sneak your snacks in.
That's right.
You get $300. You ain't gonna want to eat if it ain't no good. I've seen a bad play too for $200 and I didn't want to eat. I was mad at them. I was joking, get my goddamn money back.
What play was it?
I ain't gonna say.
Okay.
Is the Jordan play? That's the one where he sent all the black people on the plane?
Yeah, he sent them on the plane.
I saw that back in the day. Yeah.
But it's on Broadway.
Wow.
It's going to Broadway.
That's a huge deal.
Damn, Jordan coming up. That's good, man. I'm happy for both of y'all, man.
Thank you. That's my ride or die.
Word. Give me your website, Miss Pat, so they can buy tickets for your tour.
MissPatComedy.com. That's MSPatComedy.com. And also you can pick up some merch. And I want to shout out my crack babies because I'm throwing my fans appreciation party in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Crack Down with the Pat Down.
Okay.
So I want to shout them out on the breakfast.
What is that party like?
Oh, I pay for everything. I just invited 450 fans, and we're gonna have a party in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, you paid for everything, but she was complaining about $300 for a ticket. Look at that.
I'm gonna have a good time at my party.
Yeah.
I don't know what this play gonna be, but y'all go see Michael Jackson because it was
amazing.
And when it was over last night, the cast was like, "Hey, Miss Pat," I said, "Who the they talking to?" George? He's like, "They talking to you." I said, "These niggas don't know me." The whole cast knew who I was. Wow. They watched the show.
Wow. And make sure y'all watch the Miss Pat show on BET Plus. Make sure you check out Miss Pat on tour. I'm gonna come see you at Caroline's. When you do
said
Caroline's.
That last time, but
I did come.
No, you ain't never came to see me.
Yes, I have.
You
come to see you at Caroline's.
All the other black female comedians, and I'm gonna put you on spot. You ain't never came to see me, but you're welcome to come see me, and I appreciate it.
I swear I came to one of your shows.
You came to another fat bitch. What other fat bitch?
No, it wasn't. Because I knew. Because I don't know if she's still your agent from UTA, Jackie.
That was Tiffany Haddish you saw.
She wasn't Jackie yours too though?
Jackie is not my agent. She was before I.
Oh, okay.
Got it. So that was the wrong. And Tiffany is skinny, so that was not me. That was not.
Well, I'm
me
coming this time.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to it.
I'm coming.
And if you don't,
I'm coming. I promise. You got my word. Word is born. I'll
What's
be
the
there.
date so people know at Caroline?
She don't know. That's why you Pat.com.
MissPat.com. I don't know, but it's in
next
November.
month.
Come see me.
When is it? The 10th? Let me look it up real quick.
When is
Pat
it?
Caroline.
November 10th.
November the 10th, I'm at Caroline's. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets now because the is selling fast.
November 10th.
It feels so good to be selling out. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets and come see me at Caroline.
You here that weekend? It look like it's just a show.
No, I'm here that weekend.
Okay, well, starting Thursday, November 10th, 7 p.m., Miss Pat will be at Caroline's on Broadway. I'll be at one of them shows.
I wait till Saturday because I don't work on Sunday because I got to see my Falcon get their ass beat.
There you go. It's Miss Pat. It's the Breakfast Club.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
But are y'all ready for another episode of Carisha Please on Revolt tonight? And the special guest is Lotto. Here's the trailer.
Ready for the smoke? I'm not, but I'm here, so it is what it is. Don't make me scared. It's like, and I'm still trying to learn it. My man don't like that. Like, who is your man?
I be like, hold on. Let me swallow. I
lie. They flip it on me like I did, like I was clout chasing. First of all, if I wanted, I would have name dropped. Cause I do it. You do it. Hello. No. See this
it's over with.
Hello. It's over with. Ah, cheers to the smoke. I'm scared of the smoke.
I'm watching.
All right, well, that's going to be at 8 p.m. tonight on Revolt.
I enjoy Carisha, please. You hear me? Drop on the clues bombs for Carisha.
I think it's super dope.
All right. Now let's talk about this. Nia Long was trending yesterday, and this is all because of her longtime boyfriend, Ime Udoka. Sorry, guys, there's a lot of activity in Brooklyn.
I see.
He's the Boston Celtics head coach, and according to reports, his job isn't believed to be in jeopardy, but a suspension is looming, and a final determination on that length could come as soon as Thursday, according to Adrian Wojnarowski's ESPN. And so they said it's possible disciplinary action, including a significant suspension for an unspecified violation of organizational guidelines. Discussions are ongoing within the Celtics on a final determination. Well, then we got some more information. According to reports, he had an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a female member of team staff. It's been deemed a violation of the franchise's code of conduct.
What does that mean exactly?
I mean, when he get home,
improper,
he gonna be in
intimate,
trouble.
and consensual relationship with a female member.
Improper, intimate, and so he was creeping with a woman at the job. That's basically what it is.
Yes, a female member of the team staff. Yes, something happened. We don't know how far it went, but it was consensual. But it was intimate, according to reports. You know, that's the code of conduct. They're not allowed to do that, and so that's why he's facing a suspension.
Well, that's not a fireable offense. You know what I'm saying? And I hope
he's not getting fired.
He's not getting fired.
Yeah, I hope they don't try to make an example out of him because he's black. Because I've personally never even heard of this. I'm sure he's not if this is true, I'm sure he's not the first, person that this has happened to. So I'm just wondering why it's such a huge headline.
Probably because he's a long time relationship with Nia Long. And people are like, damn, he cheated on Nia Long. I see a lot of that.
That's a conversation. Yeah.
That's really.
But that's why I said he got to go home.
That's a cultural conversation. That's one of them. Hey, bro, what's up, man? You wilding. That's you know what I mean. But I'm talking about as far
that's
as the
why
NBA
Nia
is
Long
concerned.
was trending. But they did say that his job is not believed to be in jeopardy, but it's a suspension because of the team guidelines.
Because the NBA don't even do this to players. This happens to players. I don't see the NBA putting out statements about. Well, I guess because it's at the job though, so that's different.
Bro,
I guess it's because it's somebody in the organization.
He still got to go home, though.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, if this is true, Nia Long, bro.
We also don't know if there's what's going on in their relationship. You know, who knows what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
If they, I'm saying
that's
maybe
true.
they broke up already. We don't know that.
That's true.
Know?
Yeah, but they probably saying they got to make an example of him because he's a coach and she's under him. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's that dynamic.
Correct.
There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he still got to go home. Woo.
All right. Well, that is your rumor reports.
All right.
What kind of example, though? I guess I saw them say suspension.
They said a suspension.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. That's interesting, though, man. Because a lot of relationships do happen at work, and they said it was consensual, right? What was the wording?
Yes, they said consensual.
Yeah, consensual. The only thing is, it depends on what your code of conduct is at work is. Some places say that's not allowed; it's forbidden, and some places don't have those guidelines. That's why some people like to keep their relationships private when they're at work and not let it be public. But somehow this, allegedly came out. We don't know the full details of it yet.
That's the same thing that happens.
That's why a lot of times people creep around.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened to the guy that was running CNN. So what if you meet at work, but then y'all date outside of work and y'all keep things strictly professional at work?
It depends on the guidelines again. And sometimes it also depends on if somebody's in a position of authority and you can say there's a potential lawsuit if somebody's like, I felt pressured to do this because that was my boss. So there's just a lot of things. And I think jobs want to try to make sure that they don't put themselves in a position where they could get sued.
Yeah, I just hope homie didn't cheat on Nia Long. That's when I have to start questioning all your decision-making skills in life. But, that's it.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
Well, who you throwing your donkey to this morning?
Hey, shut up, okay?
Now y'all nervous with each other, right?
I know. I can't.
You guys are equal, though,
I can
so
see
it's
the
fine.
headline. Charlamagne and DJ Envy had an improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with each other.
They both get suspended.
And felt like my job is in danger.
And they're vacationing together on their suspension. 4 after the hour, we need Vic Foss to come to the front of the congregation. Speaking of things you shouldn't be doing at work, Vic Foss needs to come to the front of the congregation. He's a Fox 2 news anchor in St. Louis. We'll discuss.
All right, we'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I was born a donkey. It's the donkey of the day. Bunch of
It's time for the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Well, donkey of the day for Thursday, September 22nd goes to Vic Foss, who is a Fox 2 news anchor in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, as you know, I am a media guy, radio, TV. I love this culture and business of media, which has now evolved into the culture and business of just all media, period. Radio, podcasts, audio scripted, TV, films, documentaries. If it's about media, I want in. But all of these things, at least for me, don't happen without radio. Drop on the clues bombs for radio. Okay? Radio is the mothership. Always has been, always will be. And it's a blessing to do what it is that we do. But with any business where humans are involved, everything from ego, jealousy, envy, and just downright disdain will come into play. But I often feel like media folks forget that this is still a business, a corporate business at that. So even though it's loose and we come as we are in regards to attire, and some of us like myself didn't need any formal education to get into the business, we tend once again to forget that it is indeed a business, and some things just aren't going to fly in a corporate work environment. Which brings me to Vic Foss. Okay, he was on a commercial break on September 13th on KFNS, a hard rock station, and he got into it with his co-host Crystal Cooper. What did they get into it about? Well, apparently, and this is according to the New York Post, apparently and allegedly this stemmed from his co-host Crystal Cooper poking fun at Vic Foss over his problems with his computer while the pair were on air. Can we hear what happened on air?
He did call me stupid yesterday on air, so.
No, Dad said you and your friends were stupid for saying stupid things.
We didn't say anything stupid.
Yes,
it was just
they did.
An observation.
It was stupid.
She's offensive.
And you were lying. And you were lying anyway.
No,
so
I wasn't.
you brought it back up,
But
and we're all dumber for you bringing up a dumb topic that had nothing to do with it.
What are you talking about?
Therefore, you are stupid.
Yesterday, he was talking about his computer again.
Yes, because it was down.
And Chris
Must
and I
be nice
were both
to have
like,
a new one.
okay, that's enough. And then he called
No,
me dumb.
was it?
We can just plug you into the
He called me
on.
stupid. He
No,
called
it's
my
because
friend
of you
stupid.
said what you said first. Now you know you're not supposed to bring up this stuff.
I
Thank
can bring
you.
up whatever
Thank
I want,
you.
actually,
no, you
because it
can't.
was completely
Brendan.
not okay.
No, because you should have brought up something that was ridiculous in the first place.
That
Because
I'm
you
right
lied.
about, and I
Because you
can't-
lied.
I'm not a liar.
Brendan,
Quit
let's go
calling
to
me a
break.
liar.
Let's go to break.
Now, that was on air. When they went to commercial, Vic said what he really wanted to say, and the audio was leaked to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, which ultimately made it to the New York Post, and now we have it here. Would you like to hear it? Here it goes.
You're a fat nasty and you don't bring up on air when I have your back. You're a fat. I don't care if you're here or
Be
not.
like that, guys. Come on, man.
Serious?
I let it go yesterday.
But you called me stupid for the
Because
second
who brought up
time.
the stupid subject? You
It's a stupid
you
subject.
were making fun of me because I was dealing with the computer.
Chris was too. It wasn't just me.
No,
Chris
wasn't.
was. Yes, he said, "Oh my God, it's going to be here in 3 weeks."
He didn't say anything on air.
Yes, he did. Go back and
You
listen.
have
He
a
was
history-
laughing when I
you
did
have a
it.
history of attacking me on air, and
No,
Chris
I
knows.
don't. You have a history of attacking me on air. Are you kidding?
You and your big fat looking at don't come back.
Really?
You start me the
You're
fuck
not
up.
my boss.
Well,
I come.
and I'll call you a every day.
Okay, good
You're
for
a
you.
fat self-righteous.
That's me.
And every day that you come in this studio, I will call you what you are.
I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but I think Vic thinks Crystal is fat. That's what I gathered from that. But let me tell you something. Everybody at the Breakfast Club has argued with each other at some point. On air, behind the scenes has happened. But it's always respectful. And, you know, you've been listening to us enough over the past almost 13 years to hear how we poke fun at each other on air. So if Vic Foss did that because he felt she was poking fun at his computer on air, trust me when I tell you, that's BS. All right? He's been pissed at that woman about something else for a while, clearly, and never got it off his chest. That's what happens when you don't communicate with a person. That's why this is a teachable moment. Doesn't matter if it's a coworker, a friend, husband, wife, significant other. If you have something to say to a person, say it. Sit down, communicate. Because what happens is folks don't communicate and all that animosity builds up and then boom, this happens. See, when you let off a string of insults like Vic did just now, you're not freestyling. Okay, you getting your Sean Carter on. You already wrote this in your head and recited these lyrics to yourself a million times, and now when it's time to get in the booth, where we at, Goon? Hove did. You're snapping. And now this guy is probably going to lose his job because he couldn't control his emotions. And ironically, that's what they always say about women, right? Women are so emotional when the reality is humans are emotional. And some humans, because of sheer will or a lot of therapy, know how to control their emotions better than others. Now, Vic has been with the station for 7 years, but right now it appears his duties at the TV station are on hold while the leaders at the TV station he works for have not commented on his job status. I don't know what's going to happen to the guy, but once again, it didn't have to happen. You have a problem with a person, call a meeting. Okay, make sure witnesses are present. So it's not your word versus their word. Set it up like group therapy, okay? And what you don't like about the person or whatever has you upset, just express it, get it out. Because when something small, like a person messing with you about your computer on air causes all of that, trust me, it wasn't about the computer. It's something else going on entirely. And it's more proof that lack of communication can ruin a lot of good stuff, okay? Communication is the best route to solving all types of problems. The key to healthy problem solving is good communication. Please don't learn this the hard way like Vic did. Please let Remy Ma give Vic Foss the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Don't you dare. Don't you even clear. I don't even know why you clearing your throat.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to say.
Oh, you thought I was feeling you?
Waffle-colored Negro. Waffle-colored beige bitch. Waffle batter bitch. Stupid.
Wow.
Fat. Sexy. Cute. Queen from Queens.
You have a list?
I've never called you fat. I've actually said you have titties. That's not the same.
Okay, titties.
And don't forget the humpback.
Humpback as well. I forgot that one. Let me write that one back down.
But that's me getting it out. That's the communication. See, I get it out.
Okay. I just want to say, you just can't talk about him and not talk about yourself.
Envy might have a point.
Waffle-colored Negro. Waffle-colored beige bitch. Waffle-colored batter bitch. Stupid.
I just told y'all it's all about communication.
Sexy, cute,
that is me
queen from
communicating
Queens.
with envy. Okay?
All right. Well, if he has a case, God damn it, I have one too.
He don't have a case.
I mean, if she has a case, God damn it, I have one too.
What are you talking about? He has a case. How does he have a case?
If she has a case, I got one too. I'm going to the same human resources she's going to. I don't even know. But anyway, thank you for that donkey today.
What about when I tell HR that you asked me to suck your titties?
What?
Huh? What about that?
You go too far.
Now you don't want to play no more. Now you don't want to play no more. Oh, you thought I was feeling you?
You
thought I was feeling you?
ASCII is next. 800.
I'm uncomfortable.
Me too. 800-585. You shouldn't be uncomfortable. 800-585-1051. He doesn't like you. He likes me.
I'm going to start my own show.
You start your own show. You leave. ASCII is next. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
Tania.
Hey, Tania, what's your question for Yee?
Okay, so I've been in a 7-year relationship with my man. We got 2 kids together, but we are not intimate. We're probably intimate once every few or so months.
Ooh, okay. How is the rest of your relationship besides the intimacy issues?
It's good, but it just, I don't know. Sometimes I find a lot of porn on his phone and a lot of, oils and lotions and things like that. So
he's pleasing himself.
Yes.
What has changed when did things change in your relationship?
After we had kids.
Okay, so the stress of that, and I'm sure it's not easy for you either, right? There's a lot going on in life. You're working, you got kids to raise, and you got to take care of him. What about physical attraction? Have things changed with that for either one of you?
No, I asked him because, I've had a lot of questions, but he said no, still attracted to me and everything.
So what is his reason, did he say?
He doesn't really give me a reason. Sometimes he says I'm asleep or the kids in bed with us and things like that, but there's other ways around it.
Okay. And do y'all do you initiate sex?
Not really, because I'd like him to.
Girl.
He's usually asleep.
Okay, what you might need to do is be like, somebody come watch these kids, and you might have to be the person that initiates things. Sometimes, guys are tired, and maybe he's not feeling so attractive, and maybe you're not initiating things, but you're telling him what you want him to do, and it's a lot of pressure. There also could be certain things going on with him with stress, and sometimes when you're stressed out and you have a lot of things, maybe financially or whatever on your mind, that does affect your sex drive.
All right.
Is there any type of medication?
I talked to him about that.
Is there any type of medication he's on or anything else?
No, not medication, but he did say he wants me to start it sometimes, but I don't know.
But wait, so you guys communicated, you told him what the issue is, he said he wants you to start it. Why don't you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get rejected because he does be asleep sometimes. I don't want to wake him up.
All right, well, do it when he's awake. And why don't y'all plan it? Sometimes you got to set a date for things like that. It is hard. You guys have the kids around. Like you said, they're sleeping in the bed. Have a night out. Go get a hotel. Have somebody stay overnight and watch the kids. Maybe y'all both need a break. And then you need to jump on it, girl.
Okay.
That's your man.
It is. All right, thank you.
Oh, and send those sexy text messages and pictures during the day, too, so that he'll be ready for it later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, make him feel wanted. You got to do some sexiness and bring that spark back. And I think sometimes sex starts outside the bedroom. It could start while he's at work, you're at work, and you're texting him, and you're sending him little sexy things, so he can't wait to see you later.
All right, he just mentioned, he said, I don't feel like you're attractive to me anymore, but I am.
See, he's telling you things, too.
Yeah, but I don't feel like he's attracted to me because every time he's always watching porn all the time. I feel like he'd rather watch porn.
Well, maybe y'all need to act one of them out.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Go in there and loosen it up.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, we got more Ask Yee when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
I'm calling because I am a 28-year-old woman with a 43-year-old man, and our date night sucks. We haven't been on a date in a while, and
so y'all don't have a date life.
How do we? Basically, yes. We have a 2-year-old daughter, and I think she drains like a little bit of both of us. And if I don't enforce date night, it's like it won't happen. I'm always the planner and he's the payer, basically. And I'm trying to see, how do I get him in the... I don't know how to explain it.
So you want him to make the effort to say, let's do this. You don't want to have to be the person that's always planning.
Basically. I always throw hints out there, like, his friends always taking trips, but of course I know because they don't have children together, but they always taking trips, having lunch, brunch, doing things all the time, and I'll send it to him, and he'll put the hard eyes or something like that, but I don't think he's getting the hint, like,
Sometimes you need to just say things and not just give hints. You know, I've found that in my relationship. If I don't tell him straight, outright, this is what I want you to do, can we make this happen? He's not going to get the hint, especially if he's not trying to. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people would just be like, all right, that looks amazing. And sometimes people get annoyed when you just give hints and don't come right out and say it.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I tell him about, hey, I want to go on a date, or can we do a date? Just say the upcoming weekend, he'll take me on a date. And I know this might sound crazy, but I don't want you to take me because I said something. I want you to take me because you want to take me.
Well, I think that he does want to take you, or he wouldn't be with you, and he wouldn't take you at all, right? And I will say this. Some people are better planners. Like, I find my boyfriend kind of lets me handle the planning. But every now and then he will do something, and it means a lot to me because that's not really his forte. He's always with it when I want to do it. And your boyfriend's always with it too, right?
Exactly. All the time. Every time. I tell him what to do. So why don't dress accordingly, how to, you know what I'm saying? Try to coordinate us in some type of way, like everything. But it's like, ugh. Like, why do I always have to enforce it? Why do I always have to be the person that, you know what I'm saying, that have to make us go on a date when that should be something that we should do? Because I seen on Instagram where this lady said they have a 2-2-2 rule. You ever heard of that?
What is that?
Like every 2 weekends they go out for a night. Every 2 months every 2 weeks they go out for a night. Every 2 months they go out for a weekend, and then every 2 years they go out for a week, like basically like a trip or something like that.
Okay.
You never heard of you never heard of that?
Mm-mm. So you proposed this to him?
Yes, I told him about it and everything, and he said that sounded like an amazing idea, and still nothing yet.
You know what? It feels like y'all need to sit down together and start planning things together, and that might be the first step toward him feeling like he can do it on his own.
And I said that.
Yeah. Why don't you guys sit down at home and make these plans? You have help with your 2-year-old, somebody that can watch your child while y'all go out?
We have awesome support. Yes, ma'am. We have amazing support.
Okay, that's good. That's when it's time to get the whole family involved. What's a good time for us to go away for the weekend? Do you mind taking, our child this weekend? But y'all should sit down together and do it together, because sometimes guys are also not sure of how to do the right thing. And so they might make a plan and think you're not going to like it. They're not used to doing those things. Feels like, as he's older, maybe he's never done this in previous relationships. And he might need your support and help instead of, kind of feeling like you're being a nag because you never want to do that. Just be more supportive. Like, all right, let's have a fun time. Let's get the laptop out. Let's go Google some things. Y'all can have some wine or champagne at home while you do that and be like, this looks fun. This looks great. What do you think about this? Get his input. And then he'll be able to hear your input as well. And you guys can communicate that way. And even planning can be fun.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. Well, thank you.
But you should appreciate
stressing me out.
Sometimes guys be feeling like, damn, I pay for everything. Like, what's the problem? Like, I'm down to go, but they don't understand.
I don't always let him do that. I always, wine and dine him as well. But Jesus, I want to not be the planner.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to train people too. And I know it sounds crazy, but you just have to ease them into it and get them used to it and get them comfortable doing things. And part of that is leading by showing him how to do it as y'all sit down and do it together. As he sees how you're planning and how much fun that can be, maybe it'll even be a thing where y'all always do it together. And then every now and then he can surprise you and you'll surprise him. Or maybe you can tell him, okay, next date, you're going to plan it and you're going to surprise me. Once y'all plan it together and do a few things and like, okay, now I want you to surprise me.
Okay. And I made him a little, and I'm going to say this last thing and I'm going to go. I made him like the little cup with the date nights in it, and you pull, and and whatever that is, that's what we're going to do. I made that for him, so I guess that'll give him an idea of, different things for him to do. That way he won't have to strain his brain to try to go and look up places to find or something like that. Like, I'm making it super easy for him, but I guess
you are
communicative and talk to him about it and just let him know how I'm feeling about the date night part.
Yeah, and sit down and anything you do, try to do it in a fun way.
Okay. I'm going to make sure I do that. Well, thank you. You have been such a good help. I'm going home after I get off from work, and we talking about it.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you would say.
right.
He sounds like he's
Thank you
great.
so
He's
much.
just not used to planning stuff.
Yeah, yes, he's not. That's why I say I don't know about the past, which I don't worry about that. But I don't know about how he used to be in the past with the, relationships and dating and stuff like that. But I can tell he's never been the enforcer. He just basically like on some whatever you want to do, baby. That's what we're gonna do. I pay for it.
Right. Okay.
That's
All
him.
right. Well, we're gonna change some things around, girl.
Yes, we are, and I'm hoping and praying with my fingers crossed that we get this together.
All right. I'm praying for you.
Please. Okay. Thank you, and you have a good rest of the day.
All right, when we come back, we got rumors on the way. Yee, what we getting into?
Yes, and hear what Vivica A. Fox had to say about 50 Cent and his alleged penile enhancement, which, by the way, is not true.
The Breakfast Club. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, Black-ish creator Kenya Barris is going to direct an upcoming remake of The Wizard of Oz, and now he has revealed to Variety exclusively what some of that is going to be. Modern representation. He said that in an effort to tell the stories of the iconic film in a modern era, it's important to include LGBTQ plus characters who were absent in the original. And he said, now we're going to turn a mirror on where we're at right now and take characters from the LGBT community, from different cultural communities and socioeconomic communities, and tell a story that reflects the world. I think this is the best time to do that.
Well, that's going to be kind of easy. And I don't even know if he has to do that, because the lion exhibiting like stereotypically gay mannerisms. I thought that was known.
I didn't know that. I thought he was just a cowardly lion.
But then somebody could say, well, what is a gay mannerism? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's why I said that. But that's why I said stereotypically gay. Yeah, he was like, or at the least, he was very effeminate. The lion was.
Correct.
All right. Now, Tiffany Haddish has revealed that she lost all of her gigs. TMZ caught up with her while she was in the airport. And this is all over these molestation charges. However, that lawsuit has been dismissed against her. So the person that was suing, it was a 14-year-old who said that she had issues for these skits that depicted her and her 7-year-old brother as the subject of a pedophile's fantasy. It was Tiffany Haddish and Mary Spears on there. She has been identified as Jane Doe and is now 22 years old. She had sued for intentional infliction of emotional distress, gross negligence, sexual battery, sexual harassment, and sexual abuse of a minor. Well, that Jane Doe did confirm that she asked the judge to dismiss the case with prejudice. She said, "My family and I have known Tiffany Haddish for many years, and we now know that she would never harm me or my brother or help anyone else do anything that could harm us. We wish Tiffany the best and are glad that we can all put this behind us." Now, here is what Tiffany Haddish had to say when TMZ caught up with her.
Do you feel like, that there could be some damage done, to the career, off of this? Is that something?
Oh, I lost everything. All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
So. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a bad look. But now that they've changed face, do you feel like
bro.
you regain your?
I don't have no job.
Well, look.
I don't have no job, bro.
Well, what's the teachable moment in all of this? I think that's what we all have to look for when these situations happen. I know that nobody cares about the truth and the lie is more entertaining, and it's all good for conversation on social media and podcasts and everything else. But what's the lesson to be learned in this situation?
I think there's several. I think when all of this came out and it has resurfaced, I think Tiffany Haddish handled it well as far as, admitting that she thought it was wrong. She regrets having done it and being able to move forward. I think sometimes people try to push back and blame cancel culture and do this and do that. But if you feel like something you did in the past was wrong, even if it was, quote, the time period, just be like, you know what? I regret it. It's wrong.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, how do you keep things like this from happening moving forward?
Right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know that it could not happen, but I do feel like for Tiffany Haddish, I'm confident that her career will move forward. It was a glitch and it sucks. And I'm sure people are going to bring it up all the time. But I feel like push forward. She managed to resolve things behind the scenes and just take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Boosie commented and he said that he would actually do whatever it takes to help Tiffany Haddish. He said, "I can't pay you what they was paying you, but I got a check. And I would love to pay you to make a comedy with me. What they did to you might be career changing. Don't let this slide. This $1 billion lawsuit, sis. You're a star. You can produce your own movies." All right, and 50 Cent is very proud of his son. He said his son got Student of the Month, and he posted a picture of him holding that. That's his son, Sire Jackson. He's 10 years old. So congratulations to him. That's cute.
I love it.
To know.
I mean, we should always be proud of our kids no matter what they do, right? So that's big.
And speaking of 50 Cent,
for young Sire.
his ex, Vivica A. Fox, was on her show, Cocktails with Queens, and she was talking to Claudia Jordan about rumors that 50 got penis enhancement surgery. And here's what she had to say.
Angela, you lying. That's the one thing I know that's true. He didn't have to get no enhancement. He good.
Oh, have mercy.
Yeah, honey. So I'm listen, the one time I'm with him on that one. I'm with him when he's right on that one. It's all good.
He seems like he's got Big D energy.
He does. Yeah. That's why he act a fool all over the internet.
What's up?
All right. Well, hey, at least she's not slandering his penis. Even though they broke up a long time ago.
I thought you was going to say drop on some bomb for 50 Cent penis. I thought for sure
I was like, wow.
That.
All right.
No, but that's all. But I mean, listen, man, that confidence boost goes a long way. And I don't know if 50 and Vivica see eye to eye, but when a woman says that about a man, I'm sure that makes a man feel good. That's why Beyonce
Especially if guys you're not messing with you no more. Like
That's right. That's why Beyonce made that song Big Ego, because the ego sadly sometimes is attached to the penis size. So just to hear a woman say that felt good, because often people like to shame people for their penis size.
Yeah, I know
You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, Vivica, but you did.
Yeah, nobody's ever said that about you. But thank you, Yee, for that rumor report.
Well, won't you be the first?
No problem.
Won't you be the first, Envy? Won't you go out there and start championing the size of my penis? How about you do that? You know what I'm saying? You go out there and say, hey, it may not be the biggest, but it's just right for me. Could you go out there and say that for me one time?
I'm a married man. Stop it,
on
sir.
On your show, Cocktails and Queens from Kings, or Kings from Queens. What is it? What's the show you got? What is it?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm a married man, sir. Leave me out of this. But up next is the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When it's time to get with someone special, the best way to do it is with Magnum large size condoms. That gold foil wrapper is a badge of honor, and it means you're protected. And you take care of things with comfort. Accept no substitutes. Bring the pleasure with the gold standard. Magnum large size condoms. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Shout out to Miss Pat for joining us today.
Man, salute to the good sister, Miss Pat. Make sure you check out the second season of her BET show, The Miss Pat Show. If you haven't seen either one of the seasons, you need to watch season 1, season 2 before season 3 returns. And make sure you check out Miss Pat with me tonight on my late night talk show, Hell of a Week, on Comedy Central. It comes on at 11:30 right after the Daily Show. We got a great show for you tonight. We got Miss Pat on the panel, as I just said. We have Nick Kroll on the panel, and we have Ari Melber on the panel. And my special guest tonight will be none other than Ray J. Okay, so join us tonight, 11:30 p.m. on Comedy Central, right after the Daily Show. DVR it, stream us on Paramount Plus. However you watch shows nowadays, just join us.
All right.
And listen, I know everybody is trying to get their hands on those Telfar bags. Every time they have a drop, or as they call it, a drip, they sell out right away. Well, tomorrow they are having that. I'm just putting y'all onto this. I'm not getting nothing out of this. But they are having that Telfar online sale tomorrow starting at noon, and they're going to have every single bag in every color, only the shopping bags, any size. And it's no wait until they sell out. So you got to get on at noon to get one of those Telfar bags. It's called the Rainbow Sale. And let me tell you how excited they are about this. They even did a song. All right, it's the Telfar Rainbow track by Ian Isaiah featuring Telfar. Listen to this.
Rainbow is coming. You can buy any bag. Now it's about to get crazy. Telfar Rainbow sound is so wavy. Girl, you know the line gon' be crazy. Ain't no holding the box like you, baby.
Red, black, and blue, and yes, I get no too. Corn, beef, and glue, and yeah, that chocolate too. Dark eyes of lavender and paint is blue.
Oxford, cobalt, cyan, blue.
I know y'all trying to get your hands in those Telfar bags, so I'm just here to give the information.
All right, well, you got a positive note?
I do. The most valuable thing you can make is a mistake. You can't learn anything from being perfect.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?